Oh, it's the first Friday of the month. What does that mean, my friend?
Oh my goodness. Well, the first Friday of the month means it's Oracle Card Reading Day, and we always utilize Terah Kathryn Collins Feng Shui, your personal paradise card deck for that fun bit of information that comes through. So if you're
Mhm.
joining us live, pop a note in the comments. Anita is keeping an eye on that. And in the meantime, and we'll pull a card for you, was the whole point to that. Duh. Well, look at us with the same glasses on today.
In case you're joining us for the first time, we are Anita A. and Cheryl
Cheryl
V.
V.
And we are all in alignment. And we've been doing this little Feng Shui Friday show every Friday for 4 years now.
Yes,
And we just talk about all things fun shui. Feng shui.
exactly.
Way is all about looking at your environment through energetic eyes
Yes.
to get a different perspective, to create some balance and harmony
Mm-hmm.
in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Terah Kathryn Collins, she is an amazing teacher, mentor, friend, and she still supports all of her students. Like, I mean, she's been 30 years now since the Western School of Feng Shui was founded. And yeah, she still supports her students. Oh, I had one fly out. Okay. And let's see. Good morning. Now we got some people joining us. Thank you. Okay. Good morning. Okay.
Greetings.
Okay.
Greetings.
Good morning, Claire. Nice to have you join us. Good morning, Paula. Good morning, Calais. Good morning, Bonnie. Look at that. Everybody was waking up a little bit late.
Everyone is now
Mm.
joining us. Well, you decide, Miss Anita. There are two sets of two cards here. So who are we doing the first reading for?
Well, I'm
Please
just
tell
waiting for
us.
someone to put their hand up. Good morning,
Oh,
Chantel. Who wants to put their hand up? We'll see who those cards are for. Good morning, Paula. Okay, I'm just saying hello to everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Grand rising, darlings. Mhm. I could have been a radio announcer, a voiceover, you know, all of those things. Okay, well, nobody's putting their hand up. Let's see. Anybody want a card reading out there? Hmm.
well, while you decide, dearests,
Oh,
we
Chantel
will
says,
start.
yes, please.
Chantel, then. Greetings,
Chantel.
darling.
Okay.
Beauty. The first cards that flew out were the number 9 plants and number 18, on a side note, also equals 9. So a 9-9 for Chantal. Living room.
Living.
Dearest Chantal,
Hmm.
may we just say that the living of the plants, the living of the room is all about your life force energy. And in times when you may be feeling stuck, you may be feeling overwhelmed, it is important for you to take a moment, breathe into where you are, breathe into your body, dearest, for you are living energy. And that breath brings in the life force energy. And when you take a conscious moment to allow the exhale to dissipate, that allows the overwhelm to dissipate as well. You see, plants, when they are living, they are receiving carbon dioxide and exhaling oxygen. And it is this beautiful transfer of energy, dearest. This is something for all of you to realize, that when you are feeling those moments of chaos, those moments of overwhelm, stuckness, within a few seconds, you can ground yourself and start that transfer of energy all over. That's all it takes. And yes, that is simple to say. It is having the awareness in that moment to do it. And that, dearest beings of light, shows your evolution. The awareness is your indicator to take a moment, breathe, and exhale. Allowing that continuous flow of life force energy throughout your area. As your physical body, as plants teach you this, and your physical body does this, be aware that everything in your home is also doing this, if it has the space to do so. And because the living room card has come up for you, Miss Chantal, become aware of that space and where the energy is stagnant or stuck, for that is not allowing that continuous flow of life force energy to move through the area. We hope this makes sense to you. We also want you to do a little bit of lookup on the power of the 9-9. Who is the second set of cards for, Anita?
Well, you're going to do for Claire, and
Claire?
then Mona and Bonnie Lee have put up their hands, so I'll do those after you're done.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, for Claire, sound makers, number 10 came up, and number 6, lighting. We find this interesting. In the past, and it is possible this is relevant to Claire right now, there can be a sound that is being emitted from lighting that is less than optimal. For example, fluorescent tubes used to buzz or give off and emit this sound that becomes quite annoying when not remedied. What in your world, dearest Claire, what sound is annoying you? For that subliminal message carries on throughout your day. If you wake up and you are in annoyance, guess what happens to your energy? It lowers, your vibration lowers, your frequency shifts, and you gain more things that create an annoyance. Now, often these two will talk about sound makers to attract attention. And that is true. But becoming aware of those sound makers that get your attention but create a less than optimal reaction. It could be for some the ticking going on. It could be a vibration in your refrigerator that is happening that creates an annoyance. And when these annoyances build up over time, they are also affecting your vibrational frequency. So if it is lighting that is annoying, look at it. Miss Claire, this message is very strong for you about your physical surroundings, your sounds, and your lighting, your ambiance. Is it supporting or less than optimal for you, dearest being of light? And being a light worker, it is important for you to shine in your highest frequency, in your highest vibration. And your numbers, the 10 and the 6, total is 17. Do you see where we get that? 6 plus 10 is 16. 1 plus 6 equals 7. This may just be a springboard moment for you, Miss Claire. A realization, or as these two like to say, holy shift moment. There is an annoyance that has been trying to get your attention, and it is acting as a messenger. Dearest beings of light, as always, these messages are for everyone. We
Mm.
bless you, we see you, we adore you, and we are always with you. Namaste.
Namaste. Beautiful messages for Claire and Chantel. Mona's joining us from across the
Hmm.
pond. She's over in England. So, yay, good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is. I think it's evening, 8 or 9 hour difference, something like that. I was chuckling because um, when Cheryl pulled out the card for Claire, sound makers, I had already was shuffling, and prior to that, so I also got sound makers
Oh,
for Mona, and two cards stuck together. Sound makers, card number 10, and um, color number 3.
oh.
Yeah, and the message that I'm getting for you this morning, this evening, Mona, around sound makers is, different than Claire, right? Different than the message Claire received. It's time for you to really use your voice. Use your voice. Don't stifle those, emotions that whatever it is, let whatever needs to come through your voice, let that sound come out. And if you need to practice, that maybe the vagus nerve here needs a little bit of tuning. Gargling, gargling helps to release some of that stagnant energy that's stuck in your throat to help you to use your voice. Your voice, whatever you need to say it. Okay. Because the number 3 card came up, which is color. And
Mhm.
again, I read a post from a dear friend of ours, Millie, yesterday, and she was talking about she was in a place of grief, and her son said to her, "Mom, why did you have to wear that dress? Did you have to wear all the colors?" And she said, quite often, we dim our light, we dim our essence
Mhm.
in the way we want other people, to perceive us. And so bringing that color into your wardrobe, because I know you're traveling, so you're not in your home.
Mm.
Bringing that color in helps to lift your frequency, right? It's like putting that red dress on. It's like, wow,
Mm.
right? It's that pop of color. Cheryl's got the red dress on this morning, right? And it's that draws you in. And so it's time for you, Miss Mona, to show your true colors. Okay? Let your
Mm.
colors shine through. And those 2 cards tally up to a 4.
Yes.
And the 4 is about foundation. So you're going to be building that new foundation going forward, using your voice, right? Being aware of the sound, like, but really, I think it's for you, really, it's that voice
Mhm.
and start showing your true colors. There's brilliance, brightness around you, and you need to reflect that out, and that's what's going to kind of come back to you. Hmm.
Love it.
I love that too. And then Bonnie Lee wanted a card, and only one card came up for you, Bonnie Lee, and it's number 33, Single Woman's Bedroom. And I don't know if you're single or if you're in a partnership, regardless. The message that I'm receiving for you this morning, Bonnie Lee, is that you are a goddess. A goddess. Did you hear that? You are a goddess, and you need to rise into that, step into that, claim that goddess feminine energy, because no one is coming to save you. No one's coming, right? It's all about us. Whatever we do for ourselves, we do for others. And so it's time for you to stop putting all your energy out there and bring it back in here, right?
Yes.
And that room in your home, that is your bedroom, that is the place of rest and rejuvenation. And it's also the place that should reflect your self-love,
Mhm.
right? So look around in your feng shui eyes in your bedroom and see what energetic shifts that you can make to support and enhance your goddess feminine energy. Step into that power. Okay, that's what I got.
Wow.
Yeah, and we
Wow.
still have 10 minutes, so look at us
That's
go. If
that's
anybody else wants a card,
that's
huh?
pretty amazing.
Did
Yeah,
you have
if
anything
somebody
to
else
add to
wants one.
that?
I did not. I did not get any messages. When you were speaking to Mona, I just had a visual, and the visual was of her service dog. So I
Mm,
don't know if the sound makers had something to do with the like it was not clear. So that's why I didn't really say anything, unless maybe, um, nope, they're not adding anything. It's something about color in the dog. So is there a
mm.
color that triggers or is calming?
Mm.
I'm not sure, but it was, I saw puppy dog in there.
Okay, well, Karen would like a card.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so shuffle away.
I am shuffling away. In the interim, why don't
Mm,
you chat a little bit about what we have coming up?
mm. Mona said her service dog is not with her.
Okay, but it's okay at home.
Maybe, yeah, maybe the sound maker, maybe she's at home going,
Being a sound maker.
and she's yeah, making someone else's life colorful. That's
Okay.
funny.
I'm sorry, who did you say wanted a card?
Karen.
Fame and reputation came up. No, I'm not in channel for this one.
Mhm.
48, well, that's another three. Interesting. Karen. Karen.
Mhm.
Fame and reputation.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I'm hearing storytelling. And
Mhm.
your way of sharing stories is unique to you. Whether it's a combination of visual, verbal, sound, or utilizing those aspects individually. But I'm seeing it's almost scrambled. So there needs to be a little bit more clarity in a direction. And maybe that's the direction you want to go in, that you need a little more clarity on, or you're hearing from others that they're not clear on your message, right? That mirror effect. So if you're not clear in the direction you want to take, the people around you are mirroring that by saying they're not understanding what you're saying. And the reason that comes into fame and reputation is how we want the world to see us and how the world sees us. Did you want to add anything to that, Anita?
Well, Karen said she's currently writing a book.
Oh, good
We
for
happen to know a
you.
really good publisher,
I
and
do.
please do not try and self-publish.
Yeah.
Let us help you with that. Okay, awesome. So you're bang on. Yay, of course we are. And
Can't make it
I
up.
shuffled a couple more,
Hmm.
and two cards flew out for the collective, number 44,
Hmm.
which totals an 8. What number
Hmm.
was Karen's card?
Karen was a 3, so for everybody,
It was an 8.
it was an 8. And then with
Hmm.
Karen's 3, it's an 11.
Okay, and then I've got two cards that flew out, 44, the 5 elements, and helpful people and travel.
What
So
number
that's
is
a
that?
5. Oh, look at that. 8 and an 8. Okay.
Oh, another 8?
Yeah. Uh-huh. If you add it to the
Okay.
3, if
Okay.
you add it to the 3 of Karen, then that's an 8.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
the
So the
first half
second
was an
half
8, the second half was an
was
8,
an 8. Exactly.
right?
Okay.
And
Well,
so
you talk
helpful
about
people,
that card and I'll pull up the 8-8.
yeah, so helpful people in travel is about being in the right place at the right time, having the right people show up to help you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are traveling, you're planning a trip somewhere, you want to look energetically in your home in the helpful people and travel area. And you want to make sure that everything is in good repair. You want to make sure that everything is clean and freshened up and that there's no clutter because you want everything to flow beautifully for
Mm-hmm.
you, right?
Exactly.
And again, we always say, look at the results that are showing up. What is going on in your life right now where the timing seems off? Where, maybe there's some block, maybe you're getting some no's, maybe you're whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's helpful people in travel. That's being in the right place at the right time, having the right people show up to help you.
Absolutely.
And sometimes we have to call upon the unseen energy. And if you believe in angels, you believe in your guides, you believe in a higher power, they cannot help you unless you ask. So I think today that's, kind of about that. Remember, everyone, we have to ask
Mhm.
for some help, ask for
Yeah.
some guidance. And then again, as always, look at your home in that area, that space. And that's
Hmm.
at the front of your home on the right-hand side. Whatever's taking up space there is your helpful people in travel. And then, the 5 elements is all about balance.
Balance.
Balance, balance. We talked at the very beginning about harmony and
Hmm.
balance, balance and harmony. Well, here we are, we're ending with balance because the 5 elements, there is no thing that shows up in our physical environment that is not um, composed of one of or a combination thereof of the 5 elements. And so sometimes we need more pieces to come in, right? To create that balance, to
Exactly.
create that harmony in our life. So the 5 elements are telling us that. They're telling us that, it's just not one thing. It's a bunch of things. So that's our collective message. Yay.
Mm, love it.
What does card 88 have to
Well,
say?
8-8, I'm going to refer to double digitology, Marilyn Harper, Joy Roby, and ask us some exciting updates and news about Marilyn Harper in a minute. For those of you that know Marilyn. The
Mhm.
8-8 is a wondrous time to pay attention. When you start seeing 8-8s, it is about the infinite flow of your abundance, of your money, of your talents, of your skills, of your ideas, of everything. However, it is also about paying attention to all of those things, especially if you are in business for yourself. If the 8-8 begins showing up in your world, it is time to pay attention to your own patience, understanding, and compassion you have in your community. And this next sentence is just calling me to flip the page. So it is also a sign of authority, judgment, and ambitious success. Start asking yourself the following question. Are you pushing your energy of success or just taking the next step that presents? Interesting. Anita and I were working with a coach the other day who asked if we were pushing or allowing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that we started out this conversation with the messages for Chantel,
Mm-hmm.
and it was, about that giving and receiving, that ebb and flow. And, that takes us to the eight, that
Mm-hmm.
infinity symbol, which is again,
Absolutely.
really showing us that there is an ebb, there is a flow. And sometimes we just have to okay,
Just go.
just allow, right?
Yeah.
Just sit back, allow, know that there is a reason, a season for everything. And we're just in that beautiful, natural flow of life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, there's so much goodness here this
I'll say
morning.
thank you all
Thank,
for joining us.
I'll
It was
say, yeah, look at us.
exciting.
Look at us go. How many cards did we get through? And
2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, lots. Anyway.
it always amazes me because it's like time just kind of slows, right? We're not
Yep.
in a hurry. We have
No,
patience. We're just doing our thing. Okay, beautiful people.
perfectly.
Have a wonderful May. Get out there in nature, enjoy some sunshine, plant a garden, go, walk the dog, play with the grandkids, whatever needs to be done.
Perfect. Have yourselves a great week. We will see you next Friday at 9:30 Mountain.
Sounds good. Bye-bye for now.